All right, Casey, Case Man, how are we doing? Welcome one, welcome all to Tyler and Casey Show, episode 17. Casey, you have an update?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
So shit.
So I don't have to wear the brace for when I'm just chilling, not really doing shit, but when I'm doing quote unquote activities, I have to put the brace back on for the next at least couple of weeks. I just have to work on my movement, so movement back and forth, and then movement with my thumb, kind of start getting that mobility back and all that. So we'll see how it goes.
Are you feeling more confident now after your or what's your overall feeling about the whole thing?
I mean, I'm in no pain like I have been, so it definitely feels not as much pressure in that area.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, it's still pretty swollen right now, but it should go down.
Okay. Well, that's good. Hey, claps for you, man. Hey, we're all everyone that cares about you, hoping for a speedy recovery. Obviously hoping we're able to do golf content and whatnot next year. So let's do that. We've got quite the show for you guys. We're going to do our best to keep it condensed because we know our shows can get long. World Series Game 1, World Series preview. We got a top 5 for you guys quick. College football week 9 College football week 9 preview, NFL week 8. Then obviously the get rich or die trying parlay.
Okay, yeah, we're going to have to take a break and do that.
That's fine. We're going to take a break anyway, so I already got a good idea of who I like, so I'm not too worried about that. But, all right, Casey, anything you got to say before we get into it?
Let's do it.
All right. All right, Casey.
Okay.
Good shit.
World Series.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Phillies, Houston Astros.
Yeah.
Astros,
Cheaters.
I think, are hosting.
Yeah, they have
host
the first two games. Yep. I think as of 2 or 3 podcasts ago, we are officially a Phillies podcast.
Oh yeah, we're a Phillies podcast right now, at least until the end of the year. Honestly, they might be. They're officially my third favorite baseball team.
Same.
First, Boston Red Sox. Second, Detroit Tigers. Third, Philadelphia Phillies.
Yep. I can get down with that. Not to mention the fact they actually have a good shot to win this.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you have to take at least one in Houston, the first two.
That's a huge momentum swing. A little preview for you. So I'm going to give you some info here. We'll just go game by game. Aaron Nola in the playoffs is 2-1, 3.12 ERA. 3.12 ERA. He'll be starting game 1 for the World Series for the Phillies. And our boy JV, Justin Verlander, starting game 1 for the Astros. He's 1-0 with a 6.30 ERA in the postseason this year. Fun fact, Aaron Nola is the last pitcher to beat the Astros this year. Nola carried a perfect game into the 7th inning this year. I think it was October 3rd. Carried that perfect game into the 7th inning, and it ended up being the postseason clinching win that the Phillies needed. He allowed, after that, he had a obviously okay postseason, but in his last outing, not so great. 6 runs in 4 2/3 in the NLCS Game 2. I I think Nola's got it here, though, man. Obviously, there's some good vibes from him heading against Houston's lineup after carrying, a perfect game into game or inning number 7. So, Verlander pitched against them the day after that, and so he pitched October 4th. Verlander dominated Phillies, struck out 10, no hits, 10-0 win, October 4th. He's the Cy Young favorite this year, 18-4 with like a 1.75 ERA. Verlander's been crazy good in his later years, which is just adding on to his Hall of Fame bid. I think he's already a surefire Hall of Famer. Should be a good matchup. Verlander's got to step up, right? He's been that good all year. Let's see what he can do. Obviously, a 6.30 ERA in the postseason. Kind of getting knocked around a little bit.
Yeah, I think Phillies are going to steal Game 1. I think they're going to get at. That's why, because Game 2, Houston is TBD as their pitcher. So what I think is going to happen is they're nervous about Verlander and how hot the Phillies offense is. I think the Phillies are going to come out, get at least 1 or 2 runs in the first, get that pitch count up of Verlander. The next thing you know, you have Verlander's only going to pitch, I would say maybe
5.
I would say hot take. Verlander's out by 3rd inning.
That's
Phillies
interesting. Start that hot.
Phillies are gonna start out hot enough that they're not gonna want to get too much down. You know what I mean? They're not gonna want to get too much of a deficit. I think
or also knowing that's a 7-game series.
Yeah, I think Nola's gonna start hot.
Phillies are going to start hot, or Nola's going to.
Nola's. I think no. Well, he's on the Phillies. I'm talking like their offense is going to start hot. I'm talking about. I think Nola's going to start hot enough that where it's going to be 3-0 possibly in the second inning.
I see what
Phillies
you're saying.
get some more runs on. And they're like, whoa, okay, we can't let this get too far out of hand right now. Or there's no way the Game 1's chalked at this point. You know what I mean? Like I think they're going to still try to give themselves a chance. Game 1.
So what I think Verlander probably feels a lot of pressure here. And maybe that's miscalculated on my part, but I think a second World Series with the Astros would probably make him going down in the Hall of Fame for the Astros over the Tigers. Because that's a big deal. It's hard to win a World Series. I like your take. I do think Phillies could get after Verlander in this game. Obviously, he's been a little susceptible. So I don't mind that. I don't think the Phillies are scared either. They're hot. They're hot. And they obviously have a little bit of confidence going into this series although they didn't win the series, they are still the last team that have beaten the Astros. Because the Astros have just swept everyone else. So
right.
Game 2, Zach Wheeler, 1-1 this postseason with a 1.78 ERA versus, like you said, it's to be determined. But if they were to follow their typical rotation, Framber Valdez would pitch, and he's 1-0 in this postseason with a 1.42 ERA. Wheeler's been dominant. 4 postseason starts, struck out 25 in just over 25 innings. But he's never faced the Astros in his career. He's faced 3 guys, Martin Maldonado, Trey Mancini, and Christian Vasquez. They've gone a combined 1 of 11 against him. Valdez also, if he does start, had a good year. 25 straight quality starts to start the year. That's an MLB record. I think he finished... I don't know. He won 17 and had like a sub-3 ERA, like 2.82 or something like that. So, if that is the pitching matchup, probably an equally as good pitching matchup as Game 1. So I expect offense to be the one that has to carry it through. Like you said, managers get really sketchy in the postseason, and they will pull...
I could see Valdez coming in Game 1 possibly.
Just depending. Right,
yeah, depending on the situation, you're like, okay, well, I would rather have Valdez come in and pitch because he might be better off coming in out of the bullpen than this other starter that you can start game 2. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know,
And that's the thing. It's really hard to predict what's going to happen because, like you said, even if Verlander goes 4 innings, if it's an 0-0 ball game and they feel like he's their best arm, they're going to pitch him because winning one game is as crucial as winning any, right? So, because weird things happen. You have 18-inning games and you have like some games offensive blow up and you can ride with a guy that has let 6 runs. You know what I mean? So I expect it to be a good series, but I'm still riding with Phillies in 6.
Yeah, so am I. I think I'm just going to say Houston's going to win game 2 because I just don't see Houston going to Philly down 0-2. I don't see that happening, so I see them winning at least game 1 or game 2, but I honestly see the Phillies winning game 1.
I love that. Go Phils.
Go Phillies. Let's do it.
All right. Top 5?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have some fun with it.
Hey, we have to spice up Tuesday episodes. Let's do a top 5.
Top 5, top 5, top 5, top 5, top 5, top 5.
We have to bring in something that is just...
We needed some pizzazz.
Yes. Going 1. I'm going 1. We're doing college football jerseys. Easy 1-1.
Texas Longhorns, 1-1. All right, let's get into the segment.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to cue the Western music.
Ready?
Yes. Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, we tied. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot. Did I win?
No, let's just flip a coin. Because it's so delayed, it's like I'm starting to think that you're cheating.
I'm not cheating. You're cheating.
All right, I got this right here. I got a Rocket Mortgage coin.
Okay, heads. No, tails. Tails.
So this is going to be heads, Rocket Mortgage side. This is going to be tails, the crescent. Okay? I'm going to let it land and then pick it up. I'm going to flip it to where you can see it, though.
Okay.
All right?
Yep, tails. Call it before we pick it up, bitch.
Heads.
Oh, I don't believe you.
It's heads.
Okay, I'll pick the order.
I'm going 1-1.
Okay, what's your 1-1?
So my 1-1. Oh, we didn't even tell them what it was yet.
All right,
so
we're doing
top 5.
Halloween
top 5.
things.
Top
Bullshit
5 Halloween things. Anything related to Halloween, adult, kid, or otherwise. Whatever your like favorite thing, activity, whatever related to Halloween is. Let's fucking do it. I'm going 1-1. I'm going 1-1. Your famous line. I got king-sized candy bars as my number 1 pick. Whenever you were a kid and you found a house that was handing out king-sized candy bars, you were a big fan. You always went back to that house, rich neighborhood or not. Give me king-sized candy bars as my 1-1.
Okay. I am going trick-or-treating.
All right.
And my next pick, I am going carving pumpkins.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
Thank
Are you good? Are you good at carving pumpkins?
No. I suck at it. What are your next two?
You guys can just tell Casey's really into this top 5.
I'm so into this top 5. It's phenomenal.
I would say my next 2 is going to be houses that go all out for Halloween decorations because I respect that. I don't do it. But like the houses that go all out for Halloween decorations, whether when you were a kid and you were on a bus and you saw a house that was like really crazy decorated, you're like, oh, okay, respect. Or like, you know, when you're driving through a neighborhood for some reason, you see one, you're like, wouldn't be me, but respect. I'll go houses with really, really good Halloween decorations.
Okay.
And my next pick would be...
I'm sorry. this. I'm so into this.
All right, my next one's going to be...
Yep, hurry up.
Why do I got to hurry up?
Tick, tock, tick.
Are we going to start doing a
yeah, we have a timer. We're going to start having a draft clock because you got to hurry the fuck up.
I'm going to say Halloween parties.
Oh, that's a nice one.
So dressing up when you're an adult, you get with your significant other or your buddies, and you go to a Halloween party and
good pick.
Drink.
Good pick.
I know what your next one is.
What? Scary movies.
Oh.
Scary movies is my next one. And my pick after that, so my fourth pick is haunted houses. Yeah. That's a solid top four.
That's pretty good. So I got the next two, right?
Yep, this is your last two.
I got skipping, passing out Halloween, and going to the bar.
Ooh.
So you don't have to buy candy. So you just say, hey, I'm past that point. I don't want to do that anymore. Or I just don't want to. And then you go to the bar for a couple hours with one of your buddies, watch Monday Night Football. So I got skipping out on passing out kids candy to kids. And then... What if you already said it?
Nope, can't take it.
I know, but I'll get a redraft, right? Or I only get 4, then you get 5.
If you want to pass, you can pass.
I'm not passing. I'm almost ready. This is just the one I have. I'm not feeling. No. Bullshit. Alright, this was something I used to do as a kid a lot. Something I really, really enjoyed. You know how you'd go to Places Case and you'd knock?
Ding dong ditch.
And they'd come to the door and you'd be like, trick or treat.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, how's it going? And then they'd hand you a pencil. Or they'd hand you a toothbrush. So you know what we did as teenagers back in the day?
Egg their house.
I'm not going to say exactly what we'd do, but I'd let them know that us kids didn't really appreciate it. So that is what I take for my last draft pick. Teaching those who don't give kids candy on Halloween how we feel about it. Usually I'd write them just a note and put it in their mailbox, because I was a nice kid. I was very nice as a kid.
No, you didn't, dude. You bullied me.
I'd write them like a properly worded note, like, I did not appreciate that. Next year you should get with it and quit giving us this shit. Signed, your neighborly's son, Tyler. Beep, beep, beep it out, T. Beep.
I can't believe this fell to me this late. I'm taking costumes.
I took that already.
You took Halloween party. That's different. Halloween party's different than costumes. Because kids dress up, and kids go trick-or-treating, and what? Costumes, right? Bitch.
What's your niece being this year?
My sister told me. I have no fucking idea.
I saw your sister today. She cut my dad's hair.
Nice.
Finally. You know what he told me and the old lady?
Huh.
I can't afford a Corvette, so I'm growing my hair out. So you're having like a midlife thing. Did you see what I nominated him for?
No.
old man tweet of the year.
Are you serious? What do you tweet?
They released photos of the Buffalo. Huh?
I said, "Are you blank?" And then my thing came up. My Siri.
So he saw a picture of what the Buffalo Bills new stadium's going to look like.
Yeah.
And he said, that window cleaning bill's going to be outrageous. Hashtag do better. It fucking killed me, dude. I'm like, no way. So I tweeted back. I said, this is officially nominated for Old Man Tweet of the Year.
Hold
I'll throw it on screen. But god damn, did that kill me.
I'm retweeting it. I agree.
God.
Oh my god.
It's next level trolling. But okay, all right. As you guys know, the top fives are on the screen because we did get 5, right? We're all good.
And I
that
won.
Segment was shit.
I easily won.
They're on the
Next
screen.
week,
Let us know what you guys think. Next week we'll probably get back to the NFL, get back to college football.
Tuesday's episode's gonna be. Yeah, we totally forgot to do the top 5 in Tuesday's episode.
Yeah.
I blame Tyler because he did the show sheet. I didn't.
Yeah, that's my fault.
No, I'm joking. I did the show sheet. I'll take blame.
But yeah, so next week we're gonna be back to football, something along those lines.
Yeah.
We both hate Halloween, so our lists were probably terrible. If you guys have something better, feel free to comment below and let us know. But otherwise, cue the music. College football, week 9. Let's hear it. All right, Casey. All right, here we go. First game on the slate, number 2, Ohio State, heading to number 13, Penn State. The OSU's favorite, minus 15.5, over under 61. What are your thoughts? A lot of people think Penn State's going to keep this closer than 15.5.
Yeah, just because it's at Happy Valley. If it was a night game, I would like that pick, but
I agree.
Man, they looked good against Minnesota last week. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean,
it's tough because since I don't want to give out the date because I can't remember, but I was listening to a podcast or a show that talked about this, and in their most recent meetings, they've always kept it under this number, and it's always been competitive and made Ohio State really sweat it out. It does feel like a get-back game for Penn State where they're like, hey, we're not as bad as people thought they were. This is also probably the biggest game of Ohio State's schedule to this point. At Happy Valley, I'll be honest, it's really tough because I want to say Penn State's going to go over 15.5, but I really do believe Michigan and Ohio State are in just a little different category. So I'm gonna take Ohio State minus 15.5. I think they would cover. And then over under 61. That's just a tough one. I probably wouldn't touch the over under. Because it could be like a 42-10 game. But I don't know. I mean, this is tough.
I think I'm going to go under in this one just because I can see Penn State just trying to drag out long possessions, like 7-8 minute possessions. You know what I mean? And then it's just going to take time off the clock. Less time Ohio State has to score. And I think that's how Penn State's going to cover the 15.5. I think they're going to win by, or not win, but lose. But it's going to lose by more than double digits, but it's going to be less than, I think it's going to be around the 2 touchdown mark, not above it. So I'm taking Penn State plus 15.5 and
I actually don't mind that. It's truly a game like that I'm not going to bet I'm just excited to watch it. I hope Penn State keeps it close. I think we're going to learn. I hope Penn State plays well enough that we could actually learn something about Ohio State.
Yes, no, I agree, because this is
if
the
that
first,
makes sense, because we're starting to get into like who's going to make the top 4. Like we're really
Ohio
getting.
State, this is Ohio State's second road game of the year. Their first was against Michigan State.
Right,
And Michigan State sucks.
Yeah, so,
I mean,
we don't know a lot.
You don't know anything about Ohio State.
They also caught a Notre Dame team that, yes, they're getting better, but I feel like they were just woefully underprepared for the start of the season. I don't know if the talent gap was as bad as that game made it seem, but like I do think it took longer for Marcus Freeman to get comfortable, or it's taking longer. So, yeah, it's a big state. I would love Penn State here if it was a night game. I would.
Oh no!
It.
If it was a night game, I would bet Penn State to win. But with it being a noon, it feels like they missed there. It feels like they missed there. I lean both ways on this one, but I'm just going to go with the Penn State plus 15.5 because I feel like the crowd's going to be into it. They're going to start slow like they get against Iowa. I think Penn State's a better team than Iowa, and it's at Happy Valley. And I just think the 15.5 is a lot. Dude,
that's a ton of points. Because think about it this way. If Ohio State wins 28-14, you would still say Ohio State probably dominated the game. And that doesn't cover your spread. It's the same thing with the Michigan State spread, as we'll get to later on.
I agree.
Next game, Florida at number 1 Georgia. Casey, is this the biggest cocktail party of the year?
Yeah, this is the biggest cocktail party of the year. Florida,
it's in
Georgia.
Jacksonville.
I think it's in Jacksonville every year. I think.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, but Georgia is 22.5-point favorites. Over under sitting at 56.5. What are your thoughts?
I like Florida. I like Florida plus 22.5. I think the environment's going to be crazy. Georgia's got to prove something to me here. I think Florida scores just enough and does enough on defense to make it. Like I said, Georgia can still win by 3 touchdowns and you cover. So I don't necessarily think the game's going to be close. I just don't I don't know that they're going to win by 24 points or whatever. So over under 56.5. I'll take the over on that. Like I said, cocktail party of the year. This is a game like Casey and I probably have 5 already that we're really thinking of games that we need to hit, and this is definitely in the top 5. Just because biggest cocktail part of the year, the experience is supposed to be something greater than the game itself, and that's what we're about. So, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I think this is a look-ahead spot for Georgia because they're playing I think it's at Tennessee next week. Is it at Tennessee or at Georgia? It's at Georgia next week, but it's still a look-ahead spot because that's going to be a top 3 matchup. So I think it's going to be a look-ahead spot for Georgia, and they're going to come out a little flat against Florida. And I like Florida plus 22.5 here, and I also love – I'm going to say I love the over because I can see Florida kind of punch them in the mouth at the beginning of the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like 56 isn't a lot in college. Like even if Florida only scores 17 or 23, that over is almost set, right? And I think they'll do just enough. Yep. Especially like considering that everyone, especially on both sides of that rivalry or cocktail party, whatever you want to call it, they know the environment. They're going to be just as amped up. Whenever you play the number 1 team in the country, you're going to like, and Florida's not some bumfuck university, like, excuse my language, but like they're going to come out swinging and give everything to this game. So I'm going to take the points, and the over feels easy in this one, to be honest.
No, I agree. I agree with that 100%.
Next game, number 9, Oklahoma State, heading to number 22, Kansas. Kansas is a 1.5-point favorite, over under 55.5. Casey, thoughts?
I like Oklahoma State here. I think they're going to win outright, and I also love the over. I think it's going to be an absolute fucking shootout. I mean, this can be one of those games that I might be on the complete wrong side of this because Oklahoma State coming off a win against Texas.
A big win.
a big win, and then Kansas State coming off a heartbreaking loss.
Heartbreaker.
To TCU.
Yeah.
I mean, not really heartbreaker. They lost by 10, but still, you lost to a team that you could have possibly beat.
Right. Okay.
And then you're at home. This could be a bounce back spot for Kansas State, but I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I love Oklahoma State here. Money line, winning it outright, and I love the over. I think it's going to be an absolute shootout.
Yeah, I love everything you said. I agree. I got Oak State in this spot. I also love the over. I think Mike Gundy wins these type of games. Kansas State started out really hot. Everyone's super high on Adrian Martinez. I disagree with that. I think Oak State gets it done. And I love Oak State in this spot. This actually might be one of my locks of the week. I think Oak State money line over is a great play, especially in the Big 12. Oak State finds a way to win this one, and the over hits. Yeah, I like Oak State here. Number 19 Kentucky heading down to number 3 Tennessee. This seems like a squirrely one. Tennessee is a 12.5 point favorite, over under 61.5. Casey, I'm very curious where you side on this one.
This is like another one, like the Georgia one, a look-ahead spot because Tennessee has to play at Georgia next week.
Next week, right.
So this can be one of those that Kentucky might be able to hold the ball a little bit, maybe stop Tennessee from scoring, but I don't think they can keep up with Tennessee's offense. I think Tennessee's offense is just too good. I can see it. Maybe being a slow start in the first quarter, maybe a little bit in the second quarter, but second half I can see Tennessee just rolling Kentucky with it being a home game. I love Tennessee minus 12.5 here, and I'm going to say I love over because I can see Kentucky getting just enough points, like 14-17, like getting that early start against Tennessee, and then all of a sudden Tennessee starts clicking, and then next thing you know, Tennessee's up 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So one thing, Mark Stoops' last 6 games against ranked opponents, he's 5-0-1 against the spread. It feels like a game where Kentucky with Will Levis could really grind this one out and keep it closer than 13 points. I know it's 12.5, but
no, I could see that. I could easily see that. It's Kentucky just driving the ball down the field, having 5-6 minute drives, and then getting 3 points out of it.
Playing keep away. You need like 2 Tennessee possessions where Kentucky forces a 3 and out, and then like you're right in the mix. Because next thing you know, it just becomes really hard when you're controlling clock like that to then go down and score, get up 13. Everyone thought this Bama game that Tennessee just won was the biggest game in program history in the last 20 years. This is the biggest game in program history in the last 20 years.
No, I would say next week is.
Let me tell you why I think this week is, and let me tell you why it makes sense that even next week could be. Once you beat Bama, things start to accumulate. You beating Bama doesn't mean you're back. You beating Bama means you're cute and you're fun. If you go out and handle business against Kentucky, and I mean handle business, win and not make it
like cover,
crazy.
like not win, fucking cover.
If you do that, then everyone in the country is going to be like, "Holy shit, this is a special team."
Dude, they're averaging 50 points a game.
I know.
It is
and
insane.
They're very good. They're very good.
What is it? They're averaging 50.1 points and allowing 23.1. That's crazy.
I know. I think this is Will Levis. It's at Tennessee, black uniforms. I'm going to go. Fuck it. I'm going Tennessee minus 12.5, and I'll take the over.
Good. That's a great pick.
What'd you take? Same thing?
Yeah.
All right, good. Go Cool. I want to ride with you on a little bit more this week just because it's easier.
You know I'm better. Number 7 TCU heading to West Virginia and playing West Virginia. TCU 7.5-point favorites. Over under sitting at 69. What are your thoughts?
I'm worried that this is a potential trap game for TCU. You're not worried at all? It's the only reason why I put it on here.
Nope,
you think
not at all. I think this is my lock of the week. I love TCU minus 7.5. West Virginia sucks. They suck at football this year. I just think TCU's offense is just too country roads.
My mama, I'm gonna lose this week. I'm fucking with you. I actually considered taking TCU as my minus cover of the week.
They're my minus cover. We'll get to that. They're my.
I was gonna say
they're my minus cover of the week.
Yeah, that's fine. I have no problem with this. I am also tempted to take the under here because I don't think West Virginia will score enough. But what are your thoughts?
I love the over.
Yeah, I'll take the under.
Love the over. Just because, I mean,
you think it's like a 45-30 game?
No, the over-under I'm not touching. I'm not touching the over-under just because I could see, like,
I think it's going to be 35-20 or something like that. So I'm going to take the under.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch the over-under, but I love TCU minus 7.5 in this one.
Cool. I do too. Yeah. Hey. How are they doing?
Horned Frogs. Fucking Horned Frogs. You owe me a Horned Frog t-shirt still.
Oh, shit, I do. That's right.
Yeah.
Next game, Notre Dame at number 16, Syracuse. Syracuse minus 2.5, over under 48. What do you think about your Irish this week?
I think heading to the Dome, I loved Syracuse minus 2.5 here. I think they're going to win by a field goal. I think this the Dome is a tough place to play, and I'm going to go under in this one. I don't see both offense doing much in this one. I'm going to go under 48 and Syracuse minus 2.5.
Yeah, I considered taking Notre Dame as my dog of the week. Don't love that pick. I do think it's a potential letdown spot for Syracuse, where they just played Clemson really tight. They played Clemson tight, and they didn't get it done, and it almost feels like their season's all for naught now. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the Dome, it's hard to win. Syracuse defense is real good. I don't love what Notre Dame did against Stanford. I'm gonna ride with the orange here. It's not a game I'd bet, but
not touching it. But yeah, since what
do you think about the over under?
I said under. I said under.
Yeah, I like the under as well. I think the under is an easy play here, especially with how good Syracuse's defense is. It feels like this is going to be who makes the least amount of mistakes, turnovers, wins the game. But yeah, I'm going with Syracuse here. But yeah, so that does it. Psych.
Nope.
It's rivalry week.
Okay. Michigan State heading to Ann Arbor and playing number 4 Michigan. Michigan 23-point favorites. Over-under sitting at 55. And this is a 7:30 kickoff. I think that is...
It's going to be 7:44 kick.
Did you hear what Jim Harbaugh said?
About what?
About crying about Michigan having night games, that night games are dangerous and that he doesn't want them because he's a little bitch.
Did not hear any of that.
I'll send you the article. It's an MLive article, I think.
Probably just making it up.
No, I'm being serious. He honestly had legit reasons because of it being late, them having to have extra lighting because it being late, people being drunk, so they have to have, obviously there's a lot more shit can go wrong at a night game than it being a day game. He said he would rather play.
Coaches don't like night games. Most coaches like to be on a normal schedule where their players get up and just play because a lot of anxiety can happen. You're watching football, like your team. You don't have control over your team in the same way as you do when you play at noon. When they play at noon, they wake up, they go to the stadium, you play the football game, and after that, they go have fun. Before that, you got to worry about what they're doing before, how to keep vibes up. If you're watching a game and all of a sudden, let's say like for example, if the number one team loses and they're like, oh shit, if we win, we're number one. They wouldn't know any of that if they were playing at noon. You know what I mean? So I think historically all coaches have liked playing at noon. It does not surprise me, though, that Harbaugh is one to bitch about it. Because he's a whiner, right?
Yeah, he's a crybaby. But let's get to the game. I mean, I have not.
Did you
not
text
much
me the
to-
article?
I'll find it later.
I was just saying, I am curious, but I don't know.
I'll send it.
It doesn't surprise me.
I mean, unless you
fans love night games, coaches don't. You know what I mean?
You give your thoughts on this game. I'll find the article.
I think it's way too many points.
You do?
I think it's way too many points, especially in a rivalry. Will Tucker, was he 2-0?
Yes.
So, yeah, I know it's a Michigan night game. I think it's too many points. I think it's Michigan State's Super Bowl. Michigan State wins this game. They accomplished what they needed to in a year where they were a down year. Programs have down years. Too many points because my whole thing is Michigan, again, they can win by 21. They can win 41-20. That's a slaughter. That's a blowout. And they did not cover. And I don't like that. So I think it's too many points. If I was a betting man, I'd take Michigan State plus 23. I know Harbaugh's not one, especially in this rivalry. If he has a chance to win by 50, he will. I just don't think he's going to have the opportunity to. I think all Michigan cares about is winning the game. That's it. Not going to take a lot of chances. They know they're the better team. I do like the over, though.
I'm on the opposite side of you.
Okay.
I like Michigan minus 23, and I like the over. Just because it's
we agree on the over.
Michigan State's weakness is defending the run, and you had Maryland run all over them. You had Minnesota run all over them, and then you're talking about a possible Heisman candidate in Blake Corum. And Ohio State ran all over them. I mean, it's teams are just running all over the Michigan State defense, and that's what Michigan's strength is running the ball, and I don't see Michigan State's offense keeping up with them at all. I see Michigan kicking the absolute piss out of Michigan State. I just see Michigan State scoring just enough late in the game to get a backdoor cover on the over.
All right, fair enough. I just think that there's something about this rivalry.
No, I get it. Trust me. I was leaning towards Michigan State all week, and then I forgot. I read one article, and it listed me all that shit, and it reminded me.
I just think
Maryland
so much
ran
of that,
all over 'em.
so much that goes out the window in this game, man. Like the last 2 years, Michigan was the better team, and State still won. You know what I mean? So Harbaugh and that team finds a way to fuck it up. I get that. No, I totally get that. 23 is a lot, man. But I mean, I can't wait to watch it. Let's just put it that way.
What it was, I think I saw the stat. Michigan State's like 0-2 against the spread in road games this year. They're not good. But
it's a lot of points in a rivalry. But hey, I can't wait to watch it. We'll recap it. But yeah, Blake Corum probably gonna have 2 tutties at least. Donovan Edwards adds another. It's gonna be. That's why I like the over. I think State's gonna score just enough. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, that does it for college football week 9. We'll take a break.
Let's do it now. Start it.
NFL week 8 preview. Casey, cue the music. All right. We did something a little bit different this week. We cut down on the number of games we're going to talk about because it's just easier. And we're just going to try to focus on the games we actually have something to say about. Denver versus Jacksonville in London, England, whatever you want to call it. Jags minus 2.5, over under 39.5. Russell Wilson is a weirdo.
He's a psychopath. He was like, I was doing I was watching film for the first 2 hours, and then I was doing high knees for like the next couple hours, and then I slept for the rest. Like, this dude was working out on a plane.
Yeah, I think his teammates probably hate him.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know what the most true thing is too, Casey? If they were winning games, this would go unreported. People would be like,
No,
"Hey, it works. Who cares?" He could literally say, I keep all my own shit in a bag because then I break it down into nutrients, and people be like, "Hey, dude, you're fucking 6-0. No one cares."
Right.
But yeah, Russ is weird. Games in London, games in England, they are weird as well. I expect this to be a wonky one. I like Denver to upset in this one. No opinion on the over-under, but I do like a Denver upset in this one. It just feels like this is the game that Jags should easily win, but they're not going to. Games in London are weird. Although I will say the Jags have played more games in England or London than any other team. They're there like every year. So, I don't know. Russ seems to be locked in doing, sprints and combine stuff and getting his body right on the trip over. So I'm going to take the Broncos here just because there's no way he's that weird and doesn't get it done.
Yeah, I love the under here. I mean, I'm just going to take Jags minus 2.5 because Russell Wilson is weird, and fuck that. And fuck him. He fucked my fantasy team this year. Or tried to, but I am a great fantasy owner, and I am great in the waiver wire, so I brought my team back. I love the Jags minus 2.5 here and the under 39.5.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Next game, the Arizona Cardinals head to Minnesota and play the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are 3.5-point favorites, over under at 49.
I've been a slut for the Cardinals all year. It's tough not to be one for them again this week.
I love the Vikings here minus 3.5. I don't think the Cardinals are going to get it done at all. And I also love the over.
I love the over in this one for sure. I love the over.
Just ride
Give
with
me
me.
the Cardinals.
Vikings minus 3 now.
Give me the Cardinals. T-shirt bet.
I'm gonna do a T-shirt bet. It's gonna be on college. It's gonna be on college because I care more about. I would more rock a college shirt than a team. I mean, fuck it. You already owe me a T-shirt, so you want me?
Well, I was gonna say what we could do.
Let's do it.
It's just calculate them all up in the air. If you're up 2 T-shirts, then I get you the 2 of whatever T-shirts you want.
No. That's not how this works. Let's do it. T-shirt bet. I'll take the Minnesota Vikings money line.
All right.
So you're gonna owe me a fucking T-shirt. You're gonna owe me 2 T-shirts. You're gonna owe me 2 purple T-shirts. You're gonna owe me a Minnesota Vikings one, and you're gonna owe me a TCU Horned Frog one.
I'll get you a KJ Osborne jersey T-shirt.
Do it. Bet.
You'd
and
rock
if you
that.
win, I'll get you a Kyler Murray jersey tee.
No, I wanted to say like COD on the back or something.
I'll get you a DeAndre Hopkins one.
PEDs.
Yeah, let's do it. But yeah, anything else to say about that game?
No.
Other than I'm going to win a T-shirt.
I love the
Carolina
over,
Panthers.
I'd like the over more than I like either team.
But you brought up T-shirt bet, so that's on you.
Fine.
Carolina Panthers head to Atlanta and play the Falcons. Falcons are 4-point favorites. Over under sitting at 41. What are your thoughts, Buckaroo?
I like the Falcons here. I think the Falcons get it done. Falcons were a long shot to win that division. They're tied for first. Arthur Smith has done a hell of a job over there. I'll take the Falcons in this one. I like Falcons minus 4. Over-under's a tough one. I just don't know how much Carolina can score. But I'll probably take the over because 41 is just not a lot. Like 30-17, I could see that being the final score. And so I'll take the over here. But I do like Falcons minus 4.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like Falcons -4 and over 41. I mean, I really have nothing much to say about this game other than I love both of those.
Falcons are one of the more they're with the Seahawks as maybe the two most surprising teams in a good way this year.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that. Next game, Chicago Bears head down to Dallas and play the Cowboys. Cowboys are 9.5-point favorites. Over/under sitting at 42.5. What are your
That's
thoughts
a lot of
on
points,
this one?
man. That's a lot of points.
Right.
Bears have been playing well as of late. I saw a graphic earlier today that, like, in the last 3 weeks, they're a top 5 offense or something along those lines. My gut tells me Bears are going to cover 9.5. I think Cowboys win it. I like Bears covering 9.5, and I'll take the over.
I like the Cowboys -9.5 here. I think their defense is just too good, and
Maybe the best in the league, man.
I
their
think it is
defense
the best in the league.
It's very, very good.
their defense is good. They're gonna stop. I don't see the Bears scoring a lot, and I can see the Cowboys getting up to 20+ points in this game, and I can see the Bears staying below 10. So I'm going Cowboys -9.5, and I'm gonna go under in this one just because I see this one being
complete opposites. Okay, fair.
Yeah, I see this one being a really defensive battle. And
Well, you're an idiot, so.
Okay. I would say T-shirt bet, but I don't want to own anything Cowboy related, so I'm not. I will never do a T-shirt bet with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't. It'd be one of those things where you're like, it better be signed so I can frame it because I ain't never wearing that. You know.
Yep, and it better get me a lot of money someday.
Yeah. Last question about that game. Do you think the Bears have outperformed expectations? They got more wins than the Lions. I don't think anyone expected that.
Well, no one expected the Lions to be 1-5 also.
True. So it's more of a detriment on the Lions than it is a...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But now, speaking about the Lions, the Miami Dolphins...
Good segue.
Head to Detroit and play our fucking Lions. Dolphins are 3.5-point favorites. Over/under sitting at 51.5. I love the Dolphins here. I think their offense is just going to be too good. I don't see the Lions keeping up with them. And the Lions defense is absolutely horrible. I see the Dolphins absolutely rolling over the Lions, and I love the over in this one because the Lions
over
are
is
just
for sure going to hit. They haven't scored a touchdown in 2 games. There's no way they keep that up. Swift's supposed to play, and Amon-Ra St. Brown are supposed to play. The Lions are going to score points. I would. There's no way they go 3 weeks with a. That's not true. There is definitely a way. I don't see that happening. I think they have too many offensive weapons. Dolphins win the game, though, no doubt. I'm over. I'm over the Lions. Like
that's why I'm not saying much. That's why I'm leaving it as what it is.
Because I'll tell you right fucking now, there's no way. There's no way. You see what the Eagles are doing? Like, they are spending draft capital to get good now, and the Lions are like, well, we'll just hold on to it. What, you think Bryce Young's going to save your fucking franchise, dude?
No. I think you're right. Because the Eagles
I get they're undefeated. They could win the Super Bowl this year. I'm just saying, like,
the Eagles are
you can only accumulate
2 guys away. The Lions aren't. The Lions are so many guys away that they can't. That it's more of a. You muted, dude. You need to learn to like when you lose your vibe like that.
So many guys away,
huh?
They've been the same number of guys away from fucking doing something since I was born, man. I'm over it.
I understand that, but what are you
We're
gonna
officially a Philadelphia podcast. Let's go Eagles. Let's go Phillies.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? You're just trade a first-round pick for a guy that's going to be on our team for 2 seasons and he's going to leave for free agency? Fuck that. It's called.
Well, why not sign him? Why not sign him?
No one's going to sign with Detroit. It's called. How about let's do this? Your team sucks so bad. Trade DeAndre Swift and get a first-round pick.
I'm so down for that. I would trade Swift. I would trade Hawkinson. I would trade anyone that's not currently on a rookie deal.
Yeah, I would trade everyone.
Or an expiring rookie deal. Like Amon-Ra's got too much time left. We'll keep him. Anyone that's on an expiring or close to expiring rookie deal, see.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I mean,
let's just go all in on like a full rebuild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. The New England Patriots head to New York or New Jersey and play the New York Jets. Patriots are 2.5
Goddamn
point favorites. Over under sitting at 40.5. What are your thoughts?
I love Jets money line here.
So do I.
Patriots.
They looked horrible Monday night.
First time in my life that I can say
Sunday
like
night. Monday
first
night.
time in my life. Sunday night, I think. First time in my life that I can say that the Patriots are making decisions that don't make sense. That whole benching of Mac Jones and then declaring him the starter and all this drama that like seemingly has avoided the Patriots organization for a long time. Yes, they've had drama with like Deflategate and like other issues where players, but like never anything like this where it's been like a depth chart issue per se. Don't quite understand it. Feels like Bill Belichick, like, and he's a genius. I'm not discounting that, but feels like he should have a better idea of like what's going on over there. Yep. Jets also hot, like hard team to beat right now. I know they just lost Breece Hall, but like we said on Tuesday, a real organization went out, replaced their running back, got another guy in James Robinson. I can't pound on my desk apparently. That's gonna piss me off. They got another guy in James Robinson. They filled the hole immediately. I don't know how big of an impact he'll have this week. Obviously, got to learn the offense, but he's a goal line back. He can get in there. I like the Jets to win this one, and I also like the over.
Yeah, I like the Jets. I think the Jets are going to win this outright. Over under. I'm just not going to touch it.
40.5. I like the over here. I mean, like I said, that's a fucking 20-17 game. No, sorry, 23-20 game.
Right. Yeah. I'm just gonna say I love Jets money line here. I'm not gonna touch the over under.
Yeah,
this one.
I like Jets money line's a good pick. Next game, New York Giants at the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks -3 over under 44.5. Love the over.
Love the over in this one. I love the Giants money line. I think the Giants are hot and they're gonna keep on rolling. Giants are going to win this outright and over a 44.5.
Yeah, see, I'm a little split here because I'm high on the Giants this year. I love Brian Dable. Man, what he's been able to do is what Dan Campbell should have been able to accomplish. It makes me nervous, them going East Coast to West Coast. That's always tough. But I'm going to ride with you here, man. I like Giants. I like Giants +3. I think Giants find a way to get it done and keep hot. Puts a lot of pressure on the Eagles and the Cowboys if the Giants keep winning, and I love that, especially on the Cowboy side. So, yeah, I'll take Giants +3, and I love the over.
Perfect. Moving on, the San Francisco 49ers head to L.A. and play the Rams. 49ers are 1.5 point favorites. Huh? What?
No, keep going.
Over under at 43.
I was trying to lip sync with you.
Oh. I got the
49ers.
Rams.
Wow.
Really? Yeah, I have the 49ers here. I like them at 1.5. And I say I'm going to go. I'm not touching over under. That's at a good number. Yeah, I'm going to go 49ers -1.5.
I got Rams money line. And
Okay.
I'll take the over.
The over?
Yep.
Okay.
You're going to have a horrible week.
We'll see.
All right,
Moving on.
let's get
Washington Commanders head to Indianapolis and play the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are 3 point favorites. Over under at 39.5. Key note to this game: Sam Ehlinger is starting for the Indianapolis Colts. I know we brought it up on Tuesday's episode, but just a reminder: Sam Ehlinger is starting QB.
Matt Ryan benched, said he was surprised by it. That's tough, man. We're both big Matt Ryan guys. He's a pro's pro. Makes this game hard to predict. It really does, because you're like, oh, is Sam Ellinger going to come out ball out, or is he just going to throw 4 picks? And Matt Ryan's like, yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Tough game to predict. What do you have thoughts? I don't. I think this is a game I'm gonna sit back and watch. I might do a unconventional pass. I just wanted.
Honestly, I have no idea why we left it on.
I don't. No, well, I wanted to bring up the fact that it's hard to predict. You know what I mean? Like, also Carson Wentz isn't playing. He's out. This could be a revenge game for him. Like, oh fuck you! You guys traded me to fucking Washington. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
He's not even playing. We'll both pass. Look for Ellinger to either ball out or maybe throw 4 picks.
You know what? Fuck it. Colts -3. Elginger's gonna ball out. Colts -3 and over. We're gonna go under 39.5.
All right, fair enough. Green Bay Packers at Buffalo Bills. Bills an abysmal -11-point favorite, over under 47.5. I heard it on talk radio today. I heard from someone. My dad was driving back from Wisconsin. Wisconsin talk radio expects Jordan Love to play in this game.
Oh, for real?
Like, that's how badly they're going to be getting beat.
I can see that. I like the Bills -11 here. I just don't think they can keep up with the Bills. I don't think the Packers can keep up with them. I like the over in this one. I can see the Packers getting just enough to get that over, but I love the Bills -11 here.
My gut tells me Packers +11. I think they lose by 10.
They're so bad.
I know. What'd you take over under? Sorry.
Over 47.5.
Yeah, I like the over. I'll take Packers +10.
Okay.
There's just like if Green Bay loses by that, then it's over. Like, Rodgers either has to request a trade or tell them, like, get me some fucking weapons.
No, I can see Buffalo getting 35 or 28, 35, 40 something points, and then the Packers just throw up 14-20. You know what I mean? There's your 11. Moving on, Cincinnati Bengals heading to Cleveland and playing the Browns. Bengals are 3-point favorites, over under at 45. I love the Bengals -3 here, and I'm going to go over 45.
Same.
Yeah, I have nothing to do.
Jamar Chase isn't playing. He's out 4 to 6 weeks, but T. Higgins has been the more productive receiver for Joe Burrow in their time period.
You see that trade I sent you on Fantasy?
No, I'm not taking
Go
that.
check it out. Go check it out.
Did
you even look at it?
Yahoo?
Yeah.
Which league?
Go look at it. D League. One of my trades got denied already.
This is going to be some bullshit trade.
That's honestly a really good fucking trade right there. That's a really good fucking trade.
No.
I'm
not taking 2 Patriots players. I don't want 2 players from one team.
Okay, then we can work something out, dude.
He proposed Pittman Jr., Damian Harris, Jacoby Myers for Damian Pierce. That's not happening.
I'll drop Myers for Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk.
No, not interested. Decline. Sorry, you're not getting Damian Pierce.
Okay, that's why I'm 6-1. That's why I'm fucking 6-1, and you're 4-3, bitch. We're into our picks of the week section of the show. Tyler's gonna give his. Let's do a little recap of last week.
Send me the graph so I can throw up on screen.
I know, I will. I still have to send that to you. I went 6-4 last week, bringing my overall record to 37-38. Tyler went 4-6 last week, bringing his overall record to 34-38-3. So
close.
I'm hovering around that 50% mark. You are slightly drifting away from it. You need to have a good week. Let's have a good week this week, both of us.
Let's have a good week. Let's have a good week.
I mean, you're the dumbass that took Iowa plus 30 last week. I mean, that's on you, but...
Hey, go fuck yourself. No, I'm serious. We're never talking about that again. I forgave you. We're moved on. All right.
So I'll give you another bad pick.
All right. I'm gonna just move on. We're gonna get into our plus covers of the week. As you guys know, these are teams that are not favored, and we expect them to cover the points against. I got Oklahoma State plus 1.5 against Kansas State. I like them outright, and I got Jets to cover plus 2.5.
My plus covers of the week, I'm riding with you. I like Oklahoma State plus 1.5. I think they're going to win
Smart
outright.
man.
And then I like the Giants plus 3. Like I
Love
said
that
earlier,
pick.
I think they're going to win outright. So Giants plus 3.
Yeah, I love that pick. Giants are hot. It does make me nervous, them going to the West Coast. I just think Seahawks are going to taste their own medicine here. Saquon's looked really good this year. Brian Dable's got those boys fired up, and they're in the mix, and I don't expect them to get out of it. So, minus curves of the week. These are obviously guys I just like to mention every couple weeks. Teams that are favored, we expect to cover the points for them. I got Wake Forest minus 3.5 against Louisville. Louisville stinks. Malik Cunningham stinks. His draft stock is falling, while Sam Hartman's draft stock is just rising. I like Wake Forest to cover 3.5 here. My other cover is Falcons minus 4 against the Panthers. Seems like an easy one there.
Yeah, I like both of those. My minus covers of the week are I love TCU minus 7.5 against Kansas State.
K-State. Yeah.
I just think that I don't think Kansas State is going to have the firepower to keep up with TCU's offense, so I love TCU minus 7.5. And my other minus cover of the week is the Dallas Cowboys minus 9.5 against the Chicago Bears. I just feel like the Dallas Cowboys defense is good enough to hold the Bears to less than 10 points, and I feel like the Cowboys offense is going to get above 20. So I'm going to go Cowboys minus 9.5 for my minus cover, for my NFL minus cover of the week.
Yeah, I don't love that one, but I understand the reasoning. You know, like
it's their defense. I think their defense is too good, and they're going to hold the Bears to nothing.
Yeah. No, I like I said, I understand the reasoning. It just feels like the Bears are turning a corner. So I'm just a little against you on that one, but I totally understand the reasoning. Let's get to our overs of the week. I got Michigan State over 55. I think Michigan scores points, and I think State scores just enough to cover. Like I said, it could be 41-20, and Michigan blows them out in every facet. But you know, they don't cover the spread, but they cover the over. So
right.
I got Michigan State over 55, and I like Pats Jets over 40.5. I think there's well enough points scored there to cover that.
Yeah, those are up in the air for me because I like both of them, but I don't like both of them. I can go both ways in either one. My overs of the week are I love Oklahoma State, Kansas State over 56. I think that's going to be an absolute shootout. And then my other over of the week is the Giants Seahawks over 44. I think that's going to be another game that's just going to be an absolute shootout.
Yeah, I like both those. Oklahoma Kansas State feels like a lock. Under for the week, USC Arizona under 76.5. I don't think Arizona's going to be able to score enough points. That's a ton of fucking points.
I looked at it. Like, when I looked at it, I thought you had this as your over. And I was like, this dude's a fucking idiot. I was like, I'm going to put that as my under of the week just because he thinks that these teams are going to go over 77. I thought this was an over. I re-looked at it, and I was like, oh, that's an under. I was like, okay, smart man.
Yeah, no. I wish that I had the gumption to root for the, because I would love to root for the over in this one.
Yeah,
like, that would be fun. Arizona's just not very good. They got a good passing offense, but they're just not very good. I don't see this game getting that high. My other under is Raiders Saints under 49.5. Saints offense can't figure it out. Raiders haven't been good all year. I see this being more of a dog fight than it is a high scoring fight. So I got Raiders Saints under 49.5. Which I think earlier in the year, if you saw this like before the teams have played, you would have been like over. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
no, I agree.
I just don't see it this week. I think the Saints are trying to run the shit out of the ball. That's my theory.
I could see that.
Because Kamara was pissed after last week. Like, pissed. And I think he's just like, dude, just fucking hand it off. Quit.
Right.
Dalton and Winston, Jameis Winston cannot throw the football. We don't have a quarterback on our team that can throw it. Just give it to me. So,
my unders of the week are the Notre Dame Syracuse under 48. I love that under. I think it's going to be a huge
under.
defensive battle. And I also love the under in the Broncos Jags under 39.5. I think that's going to be a really low scoring game. And over in London, just a lot of field goals being kicked and just under in that one.
Yeah. I like that number. It just scares me a little bit. I like the over more in that one just because I could see 40 points. But it's one of those things where I wouldn't touch it. If I'm talking just off feel, gut instinct, but you seem to have a good read on it. You're probably not wrong. A lot of, like, London's, those games are impossible to predict. So,
no, I agree.
Good luck. I do like the Broncos, though, and as I said, I got the Broncos as my NFL dog of the week. I think Russell gets it figured out, gets it done against the Jags, high knees and all. And my college dog of the week is Texas A&M.
Okay, I don't love either of those.
A&M gets it done against Ole Miss at home. Upset, baby. Go Aggies.
My dogs of the week are, I love Old Dominion over Georgia State. I think they're going to get it done. And I also love the Jets. The Jets over the Pats. I think the Jets are going to beat the Pats. So those are both my dogs of the week. Now let's get into it. So we did something different this week for our picks of the week parlay. So what we did was, since we both had Oklahoma State plus 1.5 as one of our picks of the week, we automatically added that to our bet. So sometimes we might, like the one week I think we had 2 games that we matched on. Both of those will be part of the parlay. So we might have our parlay it might range from 4 games to, I would say we're going to match on 10. I would say 6 to 7 games possibly, because I can see us possibly matched on 3 games.
It just makes sense to bet games we agree on.
Yeah, no, I agree. So yeah,
so our picks of the week parlay, Casey, what do we got?
So we have Oklahoma State plus 1.5, Wake Forest minus 3.5, USC Arizona under 76.5, TCU minus 7.5, Giants Seahawks over 44. Odds are at plus 2,455. $10 wins you $255.53.
That's our I know we added a team, but that's our largest picks of the week parlay.
That is our largest. Yes, this is our largest picks of the week.
And I know we added a team, but most of them have all been around $130. So
yes, well, adding that
for sure. No, for sure. But like, so it is time.
It's time, folks. It is time for the Casey and Tyler Get Rich or Die Trying Parlay. Cue the music. I love
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Money talk. I love BYU money line.
Casey, man, your favorite segment
part of the episode
of the entire show, probably the Grdt parlay, 12 legs, get rich or die trying. Run them through. We got 12 bangers for you guys. And Casey's going to let you know what they are.
So we have Jets money line, Falcons money line, Giants money line, Bengals money line, Oklahoma State money line, South Carolina money line, Old Dominion money line, Florida Georgia over 56.5, Notre Dame Syracuse under 48, North Carolina money line, Oklahoma State Kansas State over 56. Dolphins money line. Odds are at plus 137,881. $10 wins you $13,788.07. Ride with us, die with us, get rich or die fucking trying, folks. Something
so what
about
happened?
this. Yeah, let's get into it. So, don't know why. Barstool pretty much told me, like, when we placed the bet Well, let me see how it.
They said his $10 wager was in waiting, and they only allowed him to place like an $8.60 wager.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they
because
told me that
his $10 wager was under review.
Yeah, so
They think we're sharps.
When I tried to place my $10 bet, they were like, "Hey, that is under review. You can only place an $8.64 bet right now. You can bet. You can either bet $8.64. You can bet $8.64 and have your 166 waiting in limbo, pretty much waiting for review, or you can just put all $10 in review." So I put all $10 in review. Only thing I can think of is possibly the over Oklahoma State, Kansas State, and that we have Oklahoma State money line on that one. That can be the only thing. But why would they let me allow that to possibly place the bet in the first place?
I don't know. I'm sure it'll get approved. We use them every week. If something happens, it'll be in the description below. If we have to alter a bet in any way, it'll be in the description below, or if it comes up before I'm editing, I will throw it up on screen. But other than that, that's the show, guys. Casey, anything else to say? The only thing I got to say is there's two things that I want to let our viewers know that love to bet. The Bucks have moved from plus 1.5 to 2.5 point favorites. We didn't talk about them this week. It's sharp bettors versus the public on that game.
Bucks are playing right now.
Oh, was that tonight's game? That's
tonight, and they're gonna lose.
So it's the public won.
27-16 with 1:52 left.
Okay, sorry. I meant to bring that up at the beginning of the show. I just didn't have that note down, and I did trivia tonight, so I wasn't watching. That was tonight's game. My bad about. I'll probably just cut that out.
And remember, guys, we haven't brought it up in a while, but if you have a problem with betting, 1-800-GAMBLER. Give them a call if you guys have a problem with betting. We don't want anyone to lose a shit ton of money on it. I mean, I know we say ride with us, die with us, get rich or die trying, but only bet that if you guys actually can. 1-800-GAMBLER if you guys have a problem.
You guys can bet $1 and win 130. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be the $10 that we say, or you could whatever, but that does it. We love you guys. Episode 17.
Powered by Riverside.
We love you guys. And
love you guys. See you next week.
See ya. Yeah, good show. Bye, guys.
See you guys. Love you.
All right, man.
Plus cover NFL and then a dog for college.
I'm taking Bears plus 9.5. That I know it sounds crazy, but I'm doing it.
Okay.
I've been thinking about this all
pick.
day. It's can you fucking not?
Oh my god, dude.
I'm serious.
Why?
Because it's not like I would actually try to help you.
I mean, I have Cowboys -9, so.
Do you really?
Yeah. They're my minus.
I'm not taking it. I'm literally not doing this for back-to-back weeks.